the Legion of Boom. The name itself strikes fear into the heart of offenses. From 2011 to 2017, this unit redefined what defense meant. With future Hall of Famers like Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, and Cam Chancellor, the Seahawks were a powerhouse in the NFC, culminating in a Super Bowl 48 title. The following year, the Seahawks made it back to the Super Bowl, but came up 1 yard short.
Intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal.
Following their defeat in Super Bowl 49, the unit began to fall apart. Defensive coordinator Dan Quinn left the team to become the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sure that worked out well for him.
Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
In Week 10 of the 2017 season, Chancellor suffered a neck injury that he would never return from. His career ended at just 29 years old. Sherman was released at the end of the 2017 season. He went on to play 3 seasons for the division rival 49ers before retiring after the 2021 season. Sherman was only 33 when he retired. Thomas remained with the team through the 2018 season, where he suffered a season-ending injury in Week 4. As he was being carted off the field, Thomas infamously gave his own sideline the finger, showing how soured the relationship between him and the organization had become. Thomas played the next season with the Baltimore Ravens and retired after the season at 30 years old. But what if it didn't happen that way? What if this unit stayed together? What if the injuries didn't end these Hall of Fame careers too early? And what if the Legion of Boom played together until they retired? This season on Madden NFL What If, we're going back to Madden 15, the game that featured the Legion of Boom on the cover. We'll see just how dominant this team would be without the injuries, and if they could bring more than just one Super Bowl title to Seattle. This is Madden NFL What If, Legion of Boom. So Season 2 really couldn't have gone much better. We only lost 1 game in the regular season, and then we just steamrolled our way through the entire playoffs to a Super Bowl championship. We won Super Bowl 50 over the New England Patriots and Tom Brady to get our second Super Bowl in the Legion of Boom era, our second in 3 years, our first here in the series, and now we're kind of starting to hit the salary cap wall, if you will. We don't have much room to play around with. We're going to have to start possibly letting some guys go after this season. But we are going to try to keep the Legion of Boom together as long as possible. But it might get difficult here. We're about to start Season 3. Let's take a look at the team. So Russell Wilson's still here at a 99 overall. We signed him to a big fat contract in the last episode. Tavares Jackson we bring in as our backup quarterback. And then we have Marshawn Lynch. And then we have the 2 rookie running backs that we drafted. Hopefully they develop decently into good enough backups, hopefully. And then at receiver, we still have Percy Harvin. Bram Anderson now moves up to the number 2 position. He had a phenomenal rookie season. Doug Baldwin has not progressed at all overall wise. If he doesn't do anything this season, then we may look to go ahead and let him walk. And then the rest of this is just filled out with guys that I signed on the minimum in free agency. Tight end is still Luke Wilson. And then the offensive line still looks pretty good. We have Russell Okung at left tackle, Ben Grubb still at left guard. We did have to release Unger at center. He was 30 years old. It saved us about $3 million. It allowed me to go through and sign a bunch of guys for like $700,000, $800,000 to sort of fill out the rest of the roster. And with how good Yokel is here going into his second year, he's only 22 years old, already an 83. And I think Unger was like at an 86, so it's not that big of a drop, and he's going to continue to progress as well. So moving on from one of our younger guys after our second Super Bowl win there. And then right guard, we have Darian Tillman, and then at right tackle, we have David Stewart, who we brought back again this year. Left end is still Michael Bennett. Right end, Cliff Averill. Defensive tackle, we had to let our defensive tackles go, so we just got guys on the cheap in free agency to sort of fill in where we could. Malcolm Smith still at left outside linebacker, Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright up the middle at inside linebacker, Bruce Irvin on the outside on the right side. Richard Sherman still here. We did have to let Lane and our other top corner goes. So, the back part of this defense might not be as good this year. So it's going to be interesting to see outside of Sherman how the rest of this secondary does. And then we still have Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor both at 99 overalls. Steven Hauschka, our kicker again. And then we brought in the rookie punter, Lou Broussard there. And if you look at some notable guys on the last year of their deal, our starting tight end, Luke Wilson, Simon, one of our top corners, Doug Baldwin's on the last year of his deal. Russell Okung's on the last year of his deal. Steven Hauschka on the last year of his deal. So there are still some guys that, are going to be coming up for extensions this year. And I don't know if we're going to be able to give them to them, especially Baldwin and Okung. This could be their last year on the team. All right, so here we are in week 1 of season 3 of this series. Let's get to simulating. All right, so we're here in week 9 up against the 49ers. We're both 6-1 on the season. It feels like every year there's a marquee matchup with San Francisco. We are the 2 best teams in this division. They ruined our perfect season last year. They beat us in week 1. So we're going to try to go out and get some revenge on this team here in San Francisco. All right, here we are in Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. We're going to get the ball first. We have the first touchdown on the board. We're up 7-0 into the second quarter. Now they tie it. It's 7-7. We get another score, up 14-7. Now 21-7 here right before halftime, but they will make it 14-28, 21-28. Will they be able to tie it up? They do. So we're going to go a little slower here. Able to work the ball down the field. We get a field goal. We're up 31-28, but they come back down the field, and a 7-yard touchdown pass from Colin Kaepernick to Michael Crabtree gives San Francisco their first lead of the day, 35-31. Let's hop in on offense and try and regain this lead. We'll go 5 wide here. Got Harvin and Anderson on the outside, Baldwin and Brown in the flats. Looking to throw. Fires quick to the right side. We got Percy Harvin. He's got some space, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 41. A 20-yard pickup there. They're bringing pressure. We got a guy on the slant. Brown just going to take it out of bounds. Gets some yardage. Gets us a first. Keep the chains moving. Go for a draw here with Marshawn, and he's got some space, and he's going to pick up good yardage there. 7 yards on that carry. I don't like the look of that. We're just going to audible out of it. Get a little quick pass going here. Quick throw to Percy Harvin. Ooh, I think he's going to be just shy of the first down there. It's going to be 3rd and inches, I believe. Percy Harvin with almost 200 yards receiving on the day. Wow. 2:30 to go here. 3rd and 1 from the 19. We got to punch this across there, and we're going to have the first, and Marshawn's going to have us down at the 5-yard line. Clock ticking here. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. All right, we're going to go halfback draw. Marshawn Lynch his way into the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks, and we're going to regain the lead. And now the defense is going to have to hold. Oh, it's a 3-man rush, but Michael Bennett's going to still get there to bring down Colin Kaepernick. They're going no huddle here. They've got to hurry it up. They will not use a timeout. We're under a minute to go here. Kaepernick in the gun. We have the spy and the contain on him, and we hit him as he throws. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up for San Francisco. Under a minute to go in this game. Kaepernick in the gun, 3 wide for him, spread out. Here he goes, looking to throw. Has time there. He's going to go down again. Sacked on the play by Michael Bennett. All right, 4th and 20. Kaepernick in the gun. This is for the game here. If we stop him here, it's over. They're going to throw. Vernon Davis can't get the first down. He's hit about 3 yards shy by Cam Chancellor. Comes up and knocks him down. It's a turnover on downs. The Seattle defense holds. They did not give Kaepernick much time to work there. Chancellor saw the throw, comes up and makes a great hit on Davis. And that could be the game there. And after a couple of good runs by Marshawn Lynch, we can just knee this down. And that's going to do it. We will knock off the 49ers 38-35 here in San Francisco. A great final drive by Russell Wilson and a great stop by the defense gets us the win and puts us in the driver's seat in the NFC West. Stats on the game for this one: Russell Wilson, 25 for 32, 332 yards, 2 touchdowns along with 2 interceptions. Marshawn Lynch, 24 carries, 164 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. Percy Harvin, 9 catches, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. Doug Baldwin, 50 yards on 5 catches. Graham Anderson, 4 catches, 26 yards. Marshawn Lynch, 3 catches for 23 yards out of the backfield. Offensively, Bobby Wagner had 11 tackles on the day. Bruce Irvin with 10. We had 2 sacks from Michael Bennett, 1 from Cliff Averill. No interceptions on the day, and no forced fumbles either. All right, now we're in Week 12 going to Lincoln Financial Field. We're 8-2, and so are the Eagles. They have the number 1 offense in the league, but one of the worst defenses in the league as well. We need this win. The 49ers are matching us win for win. If we mess up, they're going to keep going, and they're going to take that top spot in the NFC West, so we need this win against the Eagles. All right, here we are going up against the Eagles in Philadelphia. We got the first possession. We go right down the field and score. We followed up with a field goal. We're up 10-0. Now 13-0 after another field goal. They get a touchdown, and they're going to get another one. They're up 14-13, but we get a touchdown right before half, and so do they. It's 21-20. It's going back and forth. Going into the fourth, we're down 8. We're going to have to slow this thing down. All right, we have to punt. They get another score. We're down 15. Let's hop in and see if we can make this comeback. Russell Wilson in the gun here, looking to throw. Oh, we've got a guy wide open. It's Bram Anderson, and he can't stay in bounds, but he picks up a good chunk of yardage there. They left him just completely wide open on that one. Wilson in the pistol again, another handoff, this time for Marshawn Lynch again, and he's going to pick up a big chunk, 15 yards, and that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. We are down by 15 points. All right, Russell Wilson in the gun here, looking to throw. Stepping up and breaks off the first tackler, and he's just going to go take the 10 yards, slides down, picks up the first. What a job by Russell Wilson to avoid that sack. Was very close to a big-time loss, and instead turns it into a first down. Now back in the gun again. Looking to throw. Now forced out of the pocket. He's just going to take off with it. Going to get some yardage, goes out of bounds. And he'll pick up about 8 on that scramble there. Wilson back to throw. Going to find Anderson. He has it on the sideline. Goes out of bounds at the 5. What a great catch by the second-year receiver out of Ohio State. We're going to try to set up the screen and see if we can get it in here with Marshawn. Get our guys to set up blocks. We've got them. And Marshawn's into the end zone. Touchdown. We got to go for 2 here. All right, Wilson in the gun. Looking to throw, firing, and it's knocked down, incomplete. So we're down by 9. It is a 2-possession game. Holes in the gun. They are going to throw here on 3rd down, and it's knocked down, incomplete. It's 4th down. Back to throw. Wilson looking downfield and nearly intercepted. Underthrown there for Bram Anderson. All right, 3rd and 10 here. We're in 4-down territory. Wilson back to throw. Looking, and he's going to find a hole in the zone for Luke Wilson, and he's going to get out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:38 left, 40 at the 46-yard line. Wilson back to throw, looking towards the sideline. He's got Brown. That's going to be another big play. Gets out of bounds, 1:34 remaining. Wilson back to throw. Fires over the middle, this time for Marshawn Lynch, and he's going to get down at the 20. 1:20 remaining as the clock is ticking. They do not choose to use a timeout. They go no huddle here. Wilson in the gun, quickly looking to throw. Scrambling now, just going to run and get a few yards. Goes out of bounds at the 18. 1:10 remaining. Wilson back to throw. Looking, end zone, and it's intercepted. He was looking for Bram Anderson. Moore cuts it off. And that'll just about do it for this one. So we drop this one to the Eagles, 35-26. Russell Wilson, 30 for 42, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the day. Marshawn Lynch, 16 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown on the day. Doug Baldwin, 5 catches, 45 yards. Luke Wilson, 5 catches, 39 yards. Bram Anderson, 5 catches, 84 yards. Marshawn Lynch, 5 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Percy Harvin, 4 catches, 56 yards with a touchdown. Cam Chancellor led us with 9 tackles on the day. 1 sack came from Cassius Marsh. 2 interceptions, 1 for Earl Thomas, 1 for Cam Chancellor, and then no forced fumbles on the day. All right, so we're in the final week of the regular season. We're 11-4. We're 2 games back of the 49ers. We dropped a game to the Bills last week. We haven't officially clinched a playoff spot yet. It feels like we're going to get in as long as we don't lose and then just all chaos breaks loose. But we do have Russell Okung here wanting to negotiate another extension. I feel like we just gave him an extension recently. I'm going to bump this down just a little bit. Try and save us a bit. Because I do want to bring him back. He's a 91 overall left tackle. I mean, that's good to have. So we'll see if he accepts. All right, so we finished season 3, 12-4. We're going to be a wild card team playing the Buccaneers in the first round, but let's check out the stats on the season for this year. Russell Wilson, 3,900 yards, 24 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. He throws so many interceptions in this game. I don't understand it, really. Marshawn Lynch, 333 carries, 1,800 yards rushing, 18 rushing touchdowns. Brady Harden, the rookie, 103 carries, 229 yards, 4 touchdowns. Russell Wilson, 63 carries, 157 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Percy Harvin, again, our leading receiver, 101 catches, 1,142 yards with 9 touchdowns. Doug Baldwin had 88 catches and 903 yards, a pretty good season for him. Only 1 receiving touchdown, which is a little odd. Bram Anderson, another great year, 81 catches, 891 yards, 9 receiving touchdowns on the year. Bobby Wagner led us with 174 tackles on the year. Michael Bennett led us with 22 TFLs, 11 sacks from Cliff Averill, 9 from Michael Bennett, 4 from Cassius Marsh. And then Bobby Wagner led us with 5 interceptions. Earl Thomas had 4. Bruce Irvin had 2. Cam Chancellor had 2. Richard Sherman had 2. So not as many turnovers here being forced by the defense this year as we're used to in the past. We do have some forced fumbles. Bobby Wagner forced 2. Derek Landry forced 2. Bruce Irvin and Simon each forced 1. Hauschka, perfect on extra points on the year, and then 32 for 36 on field goals with a long of 49. Matthew Stafford led the NFL with over 5,100 passing yards on the year. Matt Ryan also broke 5,000 yards. Aaron Rodgers comes just 4 yards short of breaking 5,000. Colton Baca, second-year quarterback for the Bengals, throws for 4,700. Blaine Gabbert throws for 4,600 yards and 35 touchdowns on the year for the Broncos. Tony Romo's looking good. Eric Kendricks, a new quarterback for the Steelers, it looks like. Nick Foles had a great year. Johnny Manziel had a great year. Aaron Rodgers led the league with 43 touchdowns. Stafford had 37. Blake Bortles, 3,900 yards, 36 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. So a great year for him. Colton Baca, the quarterback for the Bengals, led the league with 29 interceptions. Ryan Mallett had 18 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. Brock Osweiler, 12 touchdowns to 23 interceptions. Andrew Luck, 20 touchdowns to 23 interceptions. So a ton of interceptions being thrown in simulation here in this game. LaShawn McCoy led the league in rushing with just under 2,000 yards. He was under 100 yards away from breaking that. And then he had 28 rushing touchdowns. That might have broken LaDainian Tomlinson's record. I'm not sure. That very well could have, though. Marshawn Lynch second in both rushing and rushing touchdowns on the year. Calvin Johnson led the league with 127 catches, as well as 1,800 yards receiving, and it looks like 19 receiving touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey for the Jags second with 14 on the year. Alden Smith led the league with 12 sacks. Trent Cole had 10. Khalil Mack had 10. And then Eric Weddle, Antoine Cason, and Kareem Jackson led the league with 7 interceptions each. And Aaron Rodgers is named NFL MVP. Weird considering LaShawn McCoy literally ran for 1,900 yards and 28 touchdowns. But Rodgers gets the MVP. Chip Kelly gets Coach of the Year. And then in the NFC, McCoy gets Offensive Player of the Year. Marshawn Lynch comes in 4th for that. Bobby Wagner wins Defensive Player of the Year. So that's a great one. Great win for the Legion of Boom defense there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brady Harden comes in 3rd there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we don't have anyone there on that one. Best Quarterback, I don't think Russell Wilson actually came in 9th there. Marshawn Lynch finishes 2nd to McCoy for Best Running Back. Best Wide Receiver, Percy Harvin comes in 3rd. Best D Lineman, Michael Bennett comes in 3rd there. And then Best DB, we actually didn't have anyone on Best DB for this year, which is a bit odd for the Legion of Boom to see. And then our kicker, Hauschka, comes in 4th for Best Kicker. But now it's time to hop in and take on this Buccaneers team. I don't even know who plays for the Bucs at this point. But they're an 88 overall team, so Have to see if we can take them down in Tampa Bay. Wild card game here in Tampa against the Bucks. We have the ball first. We get a field goal to start off the game. They get a touchdown on their first drive, and then we get a touchdown there. We get another one. We're up 17-7 going into half, now 20-7. As we go into halftime, it's now 20-10. We get another touchdown, 27-10. Big lead here in the second half. They're trying to come back. It's a 10-point game. We're just trying to run down clock. 34-17. That should be enough to do it, and it will. We're moving on. We knock off the Buccaneers, and we're moving on to the divisional round. Stats on this game, Russell Wilson, 23 for 29, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's what we need. When he gets into the playoffs, he locks in. He doesn't turn the ball over. That's why we were able to make that run last year, and we're going to need that again this year if we're going to make another run. Marshawn Lynch, 19 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. Love to see it. 8 catches for 52 yards for Bram Anderson, 6 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown for Percy Harvin. 3 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown out of the backfield for Marshawn Lynch. Defensively, Bruce Irvin led us with 12 tackles on the day, a sack from Kevin Pierre-Louis and Jordan Hill on the day, no interceptions on the day, and no forced fumbles either. But we win this one 37-24, and we're still alive in the playoffs. All right, now we're in the divisional round, and we have a rematch against the Eagles going back to Philadelphia, where we lost a heartbreaker earlier in the season. Do we get our revenge and keep this run going, or do we get knocked off and our hopes of back-to-back Super Bowls ends here? All right, divisional round rematch against the Eagles. We have the ball to open things up. We're going to get the first points. It's 3-7 after they score a touchdown. Not much scoring going on here in this one, a defensive battle. Are we going to get a touchdown before half? We do. We're up 10-7 at half. Now 17, now 14-17. 24-14. This one's going to come down to the wire. 27 now, 33-14, 40-14. We run away with it in the second half. We run it up on them. We get our revenge. We're going back to the NFC Championship, baby. We outscore them 37-14 in the second half to win it, 47-21. Stats on the game for this one: Russell Wilson, 27 for 36, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Again, that's the key to us winning these games. No interceptions is the key. Marshawn Lynch, 18 carries, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Brady Harden, the rookie, 9 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. And Duriel Gilmore, 6 carries, 36 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns in this game. So all 3 running backs getting involved in the running game. Doug Baldwin, 7 catches, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Percy Harvin, 6 catches, 57 yards. Luke Wilson, 6 catches, 51 yards. Bram Anderson, 4 catches, 49 yards. Bruce Irvin led us with 8 tackles on the day. We had no sacks, but we had 4 interceptions from Nick Foles, Trumaine Johnson, Bobby Wagner, Richard Sherman, and Earl Thomas, all getting involved. No forced fumbles. Did we have any defensive touchdowns? We did not. I guess revenge is the name of the game here in these playoffs, as we have our division rival, the San Francisco 49ers, who we split the season series with in the regular season. Now we're going to have to go through them to get back to the Super Bowl. We got it in San Francisco for the NFC Championship. Let's get into this. All right, NFC Championship game against the Niners. We're going to take the opening drive and get a field goal out of it. Still 3-0. Now we get a touchdown, 10-0 here. They get a touchdown there before half. Do we answer? We do. 17-7, 17-14 going into halftime. This is going to be a close one. 21-17. Now 24-21. We have the lead. Now they get it back 28-24. Let's see what we can do here. We go down the field, and it looks like we turned it over on down, so they have it at their own 5, 28-24. We get the 3 and out. 4 minutes remaining on their side of the field. Let's see what we can do. We go down the field. Another turnover on downs at the 10, under 3 minutes remaining. Do we get another stop? We do. No timeouts, 1:34 left at our own 31 with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. Can we get the comeback here against our division rival in the rain, in the mud? Wilson in the gun, looking to throw, gonna fire, has it to Lynch. Man, Willis jumped on it, tried to jump the route, but missed, and that let Lynch get a big pickup there. So we've got to hurry. 1:15 remaining. looking to throw. Going to fire for Baldwin. He's knocked down over the middle, but it's going to be a big pickup. Ball at the 39 here. Going to try to go smash corners. Going to try to get something towards the sideline here. Just going to throw this out of bounds. There's too much pressure. 55 seconds left at the 39-yard line. All right, in the gun here. We're going to run curls. We'll see if we can hit Harden over the middle. And again, pressure there. Just got to throw it away. Incomplete. Third down. We're, of course, in four-down territory at this point. We'll look for slot drive here. Possibly Baldwin in the slot or Wilson or Brown with the flood concept here. And yeah, we're going to hit Brown. He's going to get us the first down and get out of bounds. There is a flag. Is that a late hit? Is that going to be a free 15 yards? Possibly. It looks like it's going to be on Patrick Willis. It is going to be a late hit, out of bounds, unnecessary roughness. Gives us an extra 15 yards. We're down at the 14-yard line. And this is a great chance. 44 seconds left. We have no timeouts. 24-28 we trail. Trip to the Super Bowl on the line here. And Wilson going down, sacked on the play. A great blitz there. And we have to hurry up to the line. 30 seconds left after the sack. Wilson back to throw. Looking. And it's nearly intercepted by Antonio Cromartie on the left side. It's going to be 3rd and 20. Ball at, I believe, the 26-yard line. 26 seconds remaining. Ball at the 24. Wilson back to throw. Looking. Firing. End zone and knocked down. Incomplete. It's 4th and 20. One final chance. A trip to the Super Bowl on the line. Wilson in the gun. He'll look to throw. Throwing into the end zone, and it's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and that will do it. It is over. We lose in the NFC Championship game to the 49ers. We will not be going back to the Super Bowl this year. Stats on this game: Russell Wilson, 35 for 52, 370 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. For some reason, Michael Bennett threw a pass, it seems. Don't know what's going on there. Marshawn Lynch, only 15 carries for 63 yards. Yeah, definitely not going to win many games with rushing stats like that. Percy Harvin, 8 catches for 74 yards. Bram Anderson, 7 catches, 58 yards. Marshawn Lynch, 6 catches for 48 yards. Luke Wilson, 6 catches, 47 yards and a touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 5 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown. Earl Thomas led us with 13 tackles on the day. No sacks on Colin Kaepernick. No interceptions. And no forced fumbles. I mean, we had, I think, 3 turnover on downs within the 15-yard line. We got to punch it in there. That's so many points left on the board there. I mean, that's literally the difference in the game, is those 3 turnover on downs there. And that's why we lost this game. And the 49ers end up winning Super Bowl 51, 24-21 over the Buffalo Bills. So Kaepernick, Harbaugh, and them get a Super Bowl. And now we have to look at re-signing players, and it looks like Russell Okung did not accept that earlier contract offer. Bump it up a little bit here. Hopefully bring him back. He's not showing up as not interested, so it looks like he will probably take that. And then I think we let everyone else walk. I mean, these guys, like, they're all guys that we signed, you know, the minimum deals. I think we have to let all these guys walk. And yeah, I don't think we'll be able to bring any of these guys back. But Okung and Hauschka do accept those, so we do get the 2 guys that we did want to re-sign back at least. All right, so here we are at the draft, and really my only thoughts going into this draft is corner and D-line depth. Let's see what we have available to us. We do have this first-round free safety, projected at the 14th overall pick, 82 production. Man and zone coverage isn't good. Tackle, hit power's high. But actually, like, some of these guys down here look better. I'm going to pass on him. Have these two defensive ends. Look like early second round guys. Ooh, A-power moves there. Good block shedding, good tackling. D-tackle. Any of these guys. Guy's a mid-second rounder. He looks pretty good. This guy looks better. Hit power, speed, agility, acceleration. Ooh, this guy looks good. Garrod Stark. Corners, which is really like our main thing that we need. A lot of them here that look pretty good. I think we're going to take the D-tackle here, Garrod Stark. He looks really, really good out in Nebraska. In fact, we might try to trade down. We can get a second and a third here from the Cowboys. I think we might actually do that. We could take the Bears, get a second this year and a 4 and a 7 next year. I think we'll go with the Cowboys one, get a second and a third this year. What? Oh, we ran out of time. I forgot to pause it. No. We drafted a stupid receiver. Oh my gosh, if we lose Garrod Stark, I'm going to be so upset. I can't believe that. We lost him. We lost him. Oh my gosh. That's so annoying. I forgot to pause the draft. And it auto-drafted a wide receiver when we desperately need corners. All right, I think Clarence Berry looks like the best option at corner for us out of Maine. B man coverage, B zone. 23, 93 production grade, 21 years old, no, projected second round, 21st pick. He's 23. I do like him. We need corners. Then we're going to go Dayon Kenny out of Montana State, another good looking corner for us. And we have a high 4th round pick here. We must have gotten this in some sort of trade. I'm not sure where we got this, but we do have some D tackles here that I really like. We're going to start picking those up. Donovan Harmon out of Montana looks really, really good. We're going to pick him up. We're going to take Octavius Gilmore. He is falling from the 2nd round. Maybe he turns out to be somewhat decent. We got another pick here in the 4th. So we had 3 4th round picks here, which I'm perfectly okay with. We'll take Bake Barker here out of Lafayette, and then we'll sim the rest of the draft. All right, here's our rookie class. Here's this 23-year-old receiver out of A&M that the computer drafted for us, and he's a 71 overall. The corner we took in the 2nd round is a 66. The one in the 3rd is a 69. The D tackle in the 4th round is an 82, and the other D tackle is a 77, but the corners we took, 69, 66, 62, just do not look good overall. That's going to do it for Season 3. We fall short in a heartbreaker to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. So we're still looking for that coveted 3rd Super Bowl title. We do still have the majority of this core together. We bring back Russell Okung. We're just kind of trying to fill some of the holes, fill the depth, I guess, at some positions. But the core is all still here, so there's no reason we shouldn't expect to at least be competing for a Super Bowl again in Season 4. But that's going to do it for this video, y'all. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave it a like, and let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, and where do you think we should go in the future with this Seahawks team. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And for all your sports gaming news and updates, stay tuned to Sports Gamers Online. I'm Brandon Satterwhite with SGO. Thank you for watching.